Debra Meiburg, and I'm with Stéphane Carrier, who is the winemaker at Château de Fieuzal, which is a winery based in Bordeaux, in Grave, that is very well known for its white wines, but also has quite a bit of red wine growing as well. How did it end up that the winery is so famous for whites and yet the smaller half of your production?
I think the volume was so small when they started to promote the white that maybe it makes the difference between the red and the white, but the white was very, very famous, started to be famous beginning of the 80s, and it's very strange because we produce 2,000 cases only of white when we produce 8,000 cases of red, so very strange.
And you're situated between two very good names as well for white?
Yes, we are located in the Pessac-Léognan area, in the Grave area, as you said.
Yes.
And we have as neighbor Malartic-la-Gravière and Domaine de Chevalier, and we are part of Cru Classé des Graves as Aubryon, Château-Bailly and all this stuff. So we are 16 together. And very dynamic career and dynamic owner.
Now the owners of the property are Irish, right?
Yeah, Irish.
Yeah, so what's that like? Do you have a bit of a cultural disconnect now and then?
I have all the best from English tradition and all the enjoy from the European culture.
Yes.
You know, there's people like wine but like drink wine. They doesn't really care about making wine. They like to drink wine, and good wine and Bordeaux wine. And Mr. and Mrs. Queen looked for a property for the last 20 years, and they fixed their choice on Fieuzal beginning of 2001.
And when you came onto the property, you were doing quite a bit of replanting, bringing it back to its traditional...
Yes, we do two things very important, I think, is to reconsider the vineyard as it is when Fieuzal was at the top of the list in the end of the 90s. So we replant different varietal first, because at this point we have only Cab and Merlot, and which I think Bordeaux should bring more diversity. So we replant some Petit Verdot, some Malbec, and we replant also Merlot, Cabernet Franc, and Cabernet Sauvignon. You know, I think Bordeaux, and I talk for red for sure, at Bordeaux it's a blend of wine. It's not a single varietal wine. So that was the first thing to do. Understand the terroir, understand the soil. Where should we have some white? Where should we have some red? That was my job during the last 3 years. And now, in few weeks now, we will start rebuilding the winery.
Now what happens when a guy from Champagne gets a craving for bubbly? What do you drink?
I'm drinking a lot of champagne.
Oh, you do?
Beer a lot, and Bordeaux wine only. No, Champagne is a part of my life. That's the place where I'm born. That's the place where my parents has vineyard. But they grow grapes. They doesn't make champagne. They sell to the big guy. So it was a dream for me to make wine. And I had my first job in the red business was in California, first of all, in 1998, and I had a big passion for how to make red wine. So I wish to continue. I had an internship.
And yet now you're making an iconic white.
Yeah, an iconic wine,
Well,
hopefully.
I hope you keep doing it.
I will work hard on that.
Thank you, Stéphane.
You're welcome.